This is Daniel Film for 8 Sleep Boxing Repeat. We're here at Butler Sultan in Liverpool, joined by Brevelm's head of talent, Sam Jones. Sam, where else to start but Paul Butler, career best performance with him, WB winter and world title. Just how pleased for Paul are you?
Yeah, for sure. I said that a minute ago. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen... Paul's boxed brilliantly before, but I've never seen him box that well. I thought it was absolutely outstanding. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than that fight for him. I looked at that, I thought he's been training for this fight at Sultan, so when they say it was short notice, he was prepared to step in, so he had a long training camp. And Paul's boxed his ears off there. Unbelievable performance.
As you say, Sultan, far from your typical last minute replacement. I think he was 12th or 13th box, right? Had beat Casemiro before. He was a sizable favourite with the bookies going into this. Is that sort of a concern that Paul Butler doesn't get the credit he really deserves for this? I think this is a career best win for Paul.
Well, after that, he needs to get his credit because he was absolutely brilliant tonight.
I think there's a massive unification coming up in the bantamweight division. Hotly anticipated rematch between Noya Nui and Nonito Donaire. Is that what you're targeting for Paul? Should he get elevated WBO world champion?
When Paul stuck his head out the ropes, he said he wanted Inoue, and why not? He deserves it after that performance.
Under the co-main, or sorry, not the co-main, the Sam Maxwell fight. Amazing fight to watch, one of the best fights I've seen live, but disappointing result for Sam.
I needed a paracetamol after that fight. It was just an unbelievable fight to watch. I thought Sam got into it a bit too early with him. He didn't really move his head much. He was just trying to take him out. But I thought he showed bravery like what he always does. He was an absolute war to watch. He's never in a boring fight, Sam Maxwell, and we'll bring him back. And as I say, possibly someone like a Tyron McKenna next. That'd be an unbelievable fight for both of them.
We've seen sort of unknown Mexicans come over and upset the apple cart here in the UK before. Mauricio Lara, the big one, even Giovanni Straffron when he beat James Tennyson. Was that always a sort of lingering doubt in the back of your mind?
For sure. I mean, whenever you see a Mexican come over, you know they're going to be tough. That's what they are. But as I say, Sam kind of fought his fight a little bit tonight, and as I say, unfortunately came up short.
We'll just race through the rest of the card, Sam, because I know you're pressed for time. Jazz Dickens, great performance. Called out Lee Wood, Josh Warrington. How confident are you can navigate Jazz to another world title shot?
Yeah, for sure. Jazz could have come back and took an easier fight. He shows a much more difficult fight. I thought he was brilliant again tonight as well. As I said, the Lee Wood fight's always going to be there because he convincingly beat Lee Wood in their last fight together.
Rocky Fielder, another impressive win, another impressive knockout at 175. I spoke to him at the press conference. He sees his future still at 168 at super middle, but as his, I suppose, promoter, manager, there's so many big fights at light heavyweight domestically. You've got the Buatsi Richards
professionalism behind you there, but carry on.
We can cut that.
Yeah, no, don't cut it. Don't cut it. It's shit I have to deal with. Go on, carry on.
We've got the Buatsi Richards fight coming up soon. Lyndon Arthur, Anthony Yarde, Callum Johnson, Dan Aziz. Is that not tempting for you to sort of maybe try and steer his career that way when he has looked so good at 175?
I say Rocky wants a big fight, and he looked good tonight. He knocked the cobwebs off a little bit. I know he boxed not too long ago, but he's on the kind of comeback trail. Now it's time to get him in a big fight again.
You had a lot of prospects in action tonight. I think sort of, not the main one, not to discredit any of them, but the sort of most decorated amateur.
Stephen Cairns first. I need to speak about him. He was absolutely brilliant tonight. First round knockout. Thought he was absolutely brilliant. He's a star in the making.
What sort of pace?
Joe McGrail absolutely brilliant. Another first round stop. It's back to back. I think Stephen Cairns boxed first, and then Joe McGrail came after. Brilliant performances from the pair of them.
So Stephen Cairns and Peter McGrail are the two sort of most decorated amateurs. Most sort of, obviously McGrail's a Commonwealth gold medalist. Stephen Cairns, hugely experienced amateur. Do you plan to move them at a slightly faster pace to the rest of your prospects, or is it all a learning process?
Stephen, nice and slow. It's nice and slow. There's no rush with Stephen. Peter McGrail's seasoned, won everything there is to win really as an amateur, decorated amateur, and he is unbelievable. He's going to be, I say like before, he's going to be filling these arenas out very, very soon.
So this card was obviously meant to be on Eurosport. You told me that was, at the press conference, that was a short-term agreement, never any length. What's the plan moving forward? Are you going to seek out another broadcaster for these shows?
There's going to be big news very, very soon. There's going to be big news very, very soon.
Last one from me, the other boxing in town, boxing domestically, heavyweight showdown, Fury. Who you got, Sam? Go on.
I think Tyson's going to win, but I wish Dillian all the best because I genuinely respect him, really like him as a guy. I just think Tyson's going to wedge him. I really do, but I think it's not going to be that. It's not going to be as easy as what people are making out. Dillian's a tough fucker, and he'll be coming to win.
I think we're all looking forward to it. Sam Jones, thanks very much.